Hello? Is anybody there yet? Let me see on chat. We're starting this a little bit different tonight. What is going on, guys? Is Wraith. I am back once again. And tonight we're going to do some more of my collection. We're going to keep on setting it up. Oh, there we go. It's working. All right, good. So we'll see if we get anybody in chat here in a couple minutes. But anyway, so tonight we're going to do more of the collection room. And we're going to keep on setting that up. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you guys really quickly my diorama setup for the Grey Knights. Well, actually, it's my diorama setup for any of my lives, which I don't do on my phone. Yeah, what's up, Lone? What's up, Cyber? So this is where the magic happens. So this is in the, I guess you can call this my studio. This is where everything is set up. This and we'll switch cameras here in a second so you guys can see. This is my diorama that you guys see on the live streams when I do it on the really expensive camera, when I do my reviews. So this is a diorama that I set up about, I guess I started building this about 5 years ago. So these are all pieces by Crashbox Customs. And so the floor piece and the castle walls and the stain, that's actually stained glass right there too, believe it or not. There's a wooden gate behind that Nemesis, behind that, the Dreadnought there for the Grey Knights. And then we have my full contingent of all my Grey Knights that we're going to set up. Oh, and look who's over here. Look who's on the side. We got the Emperor of Mankind. I still have to fix his shoulder, but I got the piece. Where is it? It's around here somewhere, but it's a little barbell peg that wasn't given to me when this was originally set up. So they sent it to me from WOG Toys, but he's an amazing figure. So if you guys are watching this and you're seeing this for the first time, check out my YouTube channel for the full review on this figure. It's absolutely amazing. And as you can see, size-wise, he's pretty solid. So, but yeah, what's up? What's up, Joey? What's up, Chris? What's going on, dude? Thank you for dropping in. So anyway, so we have, this is the diorama. This is what I normally do my big reviews on, or my normal live reviews on my channel, which we'll get back to doing, but I wanted to kind of do this, these lives so you guys can see in kind of like a behind the scenes format of what's going on. Now this figure right here, this is what is based on my cosplay that I'm going to be wearing at New York Comic Con. And that is right over here. So this is behind me when I live stream. Something's going on with one of the eyes up there. I have to get that figure out, but this is what I'm going to be wearing. So this is the Nemesis. This is the, I'm sorry, this is the Grey Knight Interceptor. And I showed you guys the power pack the other night. So this I'm going to be completely wearing. So from head to toe, I'm actually going to be doing, this week I have the boots. I have to add some bottom sole pieces to it. So we'll do a live with that. And I have to cut out the piece and glue it on with sole glue or shoe sole glue. So we're going to cut that up and we're going to do that. So he's battle damage. Yeah, exactly. He is blinking. Now he stopped blinking. Now he's not now. Oh, there we go. There goes a quick second. So, but yeah, and then we got my Grey Knight banner here. By the way, I got this off of eBay. They have all of the different chapters and legions. If you guys are interested, just search Warhammer 40K banner, and these are awesome. These are really cool. I think I paid $100 for this. A little expensive, but it's massive. Just so you can see, like this is like a 7-foot tall cosplay, and it's actually quite a large banner. So, but yeah, this is a 1-to-1, and as you can see on the chest there, it says WraithMace. I had them specifically put that, and then if you take the figure, you can see how pretty much 1-to-1 this is. Like you can see the shoulder, right? And then you can see the book with the sword on the chest. And then instead of immature on the behind the book, it says WraithMace. And then on the shoulder, right, it has that. And then on the shoulder, it has that. So yeah, so I'm gonna put, I have my own WraithMace or Wraith Purity seals, which I'm gonna be giving out to, you guys probably see, if you ever watch my lives, you'll see them on my live, but this is the WraithMace Purity seal, and this will go on here as I'm walking around Comic-Con. I have about 200 of these, but these are awesome. These are a patch. They're made out of a pliable material. This is all verbiage from my official song, Grey Knights, We Are the Hammer. So it's pretty awesome. And these are 2 pieces. And it's a Velcro piece on the back. And a company called Patch Panel makes this. And the Wraith symbol and the name Wraith in the front actually glows in the dark. So it's actually pretty cool. I'm going to be handing these out, giving these out as a thank you present to all the people on my Discord who have supported me since I started this. And if you guys don't know, one of the reasons why I started this originally was about a year and a half ago. I found out I had a brain tumor. And it was kind of crazy, and it's kind of started me on this whole journey of doing stuff that I've always wanted to do, but I really never had the kick in the butt to do it. I had the brain tumor removed successfully last August, and so I've just been going full force with my YouTube channel ever since then. So, but yeah, so I am, we're gonna jump over to the collection room in a little bit, and then this is the special edition Grey Knights Codex, which came out I guess about a month ago, right? So yeah, so I did a quick review on that as well. But this is my most fun piece that I have here, right? And then if you watch any of my live reviews or you see any of my videos, or especially the Emperor of Mankind review video, this is what I review everything on. So you guys can see everything. And like I said, I built this about 5 years ago. If you guys are ever interested in how I built this, let me know, and I can create like a quick build video of how I came together some of the pieces, because not all of the pieces came from the same place. So it was quite a lot of fun putting this whole thing together. But yeah, so this is my said hi. What's up, Lone? You said hi. Add scar to the eye. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put a scar, like a big scratch over the eye. Right, if that, because I don't know how to fix that. I reached out to CG Armors just recently, so hopefully they'll help me figure out how to fix that. So, but yeah, so this is the diorama, and like I said, one of the really cool things is I have all the cameras set up so I can control the different lights that are on here. So I can have, and all of the lights are controlled with my phone, so I can have different colors, different size, or different radiation of the lights. So it's actually really awesome for pictures. So, but yeah, and then this is my behind the scenes setup. So these are my two 32-inch flat panel monitors that I use. All right, and so this is what I'm streaming with. And then up here is what I'm looking at all the time while I'm streaming. So those are my 2 disc plates up at the top. Well, 3 disc plates. I have the Grey Knights one in the middle, and then I have the Death Company from the Blood Angels on the left. And then we have on the top right, we have the Raven Guard. So those are my top 3 loyalist chapters, pretty much. I mean, the Grey Knights are not really considered a loyalist chapter. And then I have my special edition of my books there. I have the Garrow Knight of Grey, my favorite Horse Heresy book. I have the special edition, the leather-bound one, and then I have the original edition. And then I have my Gift of the Emperor special edition book, which came out about a year ago. So, but yeah, so we are going to jump into the room. I have some, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get all of these figures over into the room to do a review. We have 2 more figures to open, by the way. So I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3. I have 3, so I have 5 of these figures, which are based upon my painting stream. When to be honest with you, right when I finish my my collection, the next thing I'm gonna do is a painting stream, because I figured out, because these are pretty cool. to do lives like this, and so I want to keep doing it like this. And I figure if I do one, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do it, but I want to do one very soon. So probably within the next, I would say, month, if not sooner. It depends on what's going on, because I have the Comic-Con coming up. So, but yeah, so we have this, and we're gonna go over to the collection room right now, because I have some fun stuff that we're gonna do tonight. I have a quick size comparison between a couple of big ticket items, as well as it kind of goes into what the poll is for the stream tonight. So let's go run over to one more quick thing. This is what I want to show you. So the other thing that I wanted to show you is this is going to house all of my where is it? Here it is. This display is going to house all of my version 1 Blood Angel Intercessor figures, or really the version 1 figures. So all of these shelves are pretty nice. I actually got this whole thing for like 25 bucks from, I think, Michael's craft store. So if you guys keep an eye out, take a look, because they'll have these on super deep discount in there. So these are really awesome. And then you can just get some, they take regular batteries, but you can throw like batteries in the back there that work as far as being charged into the wall. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so let's jump over. We're going to walk quickly over to the display room, and we'll do a quick setup over in there. So let's go. All right. This is going to be pretty dark. All right. Dark and scary. Let's go. And then you guys let me know if the light is okay in here. The sound, I think, is okay. Let me know if the music's all right. Why is Angron taking so long? I'm surprised I got it before you. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Listen, I'm giving Loy and Cool Toys Club the benefit of the doubt here to get it to me. When I get Angron, we're gonna do a live unboxing. So we'll do a live unboxing here, you know, and then I'll do like a review video, and then we'll do an in-depth, like super in-depth video of this. So, but yeah, so this kind of goes into what I wanted to do really quickly tonight. So this is a size comparison, because I've been getting a lot of questions on the stream and also on the side of how big the Imperial Knight is next to the Nemesis Dread Knight. So you can see kind of a size comparison between the Nemesis Dread Knight and the Imperial Knight. And I have the other Imperial Knight that's going to be coming as well. So, and that should be coming, oh man, I guess, shit. They're saying November, right? So we have the House Raven, which is essentially the red version of this that's going to be coming. The other thing that I wanted to do tonight, because I generally don't do this, is put the batteries on and try the batteries out and see what it looks like, because I haven't done that with this actually yet. So we're gonna pop this off, and we're gonna put 2 AAAs in the back. I know that there's lights on the helm, but to be honest with you, I haven't looked at the instructions yet to find out how to put the batteries into the helm. So these are gonna be the 2 AAAs on the back, and we're gonna turn the lights on. We're gonna see. I think that this is for the internal components for where the driver sits. I think that's what this is for. And I've never put these on before, so this is gonna be pretty cool for me. This is gonna be a first time thing. So, and then let's see what we got. Oh yeah. So inside the cockpit, let me get my phone so you guys can see this. So inside the cockpit, they have the light up of all the instrument panels on this. So let's switch this around. Oh, this is much better for like, so you guys can see. So there's the driver. Let's get him out so we have a better view in there. So there's the precepts. I don't think actually, no, this is not a precepts driver, but this is the panels you can see lit up, and there's a light and everything in there. So that's what the AAA batteries do for this. And this is the the driver figure, and inside there is pretty cool. And then the other battery that goes on, it's a little tiny battery. It goes in the front on the face, and these two eyes light up, and that I'm not going to do tonight. How tall are they compared to a banana? Come on, Lone. So yeah, so one of the really cool things is when you're comparing these to the Nemesis Dread Knight, and then for any Marvel Legends collectors, it gives you an idea. This is the dude from Thor. So there we go, compared to a Nemesis Dread Knight, and then there's a standard figure, actually on a stand, so he's got a little bit of a couple of centimeters to his height. But this is the Imperial Knight, and again, a very impressive height. And one of the really cool things about each of these ones, and I would highly recommend you guys pick up, if you can, one of the Nemesis Dread Knights, because they're on pretty deep discount right now. I think you can get them for like 200 bucks. How tall are they compared to a banana? That's your serious question, Lone? I don't know. Well, we're gonna say what is the banana? The banana is about 8 inches, right? So the banana will come up to about here, right? And one of the really cool things, and I've shown this before with the each of these, the same thing with the torso of the Imperial Knight. Each of these Nemesis Dread Knights, all of this is steel. All of this is steel metal. Each one of these weighs like 14 pounds. So each one of these, and the Imperial Knight weighs even more. I would say probably closer to 18 pounds, but yeah. I wish I had the space for the bigger figs. Biggest one I can do is the Hellbrute. Oh, I have the Hellbrute too. Hellbrute's a cool figure. The only problem with the Hellbrute that I had, G-Rain, is the fact that I didn't like the flesh color. I thought that like this standard like bland purple of the flesh could have been done a much better color. But this is an awesome figure. You should really enjoy this figure, dude. He's really awesome. And they haven't reissued any of the original Chaos or Black Legion figures. So this is such an awesome figure. I really like this Hellbrute. Like I said, the only problem I had with this was this purple skin and the grayish skin. I really wish that they would have done something more with this, especially because it's supposed to be mutated and stuff. So, but it's a really cool figure. And then moving back over to the Nemesis Dread Knight. Yeah, I think this is the one that has, which is the one that has, when I put the batteries in, I don't think it's this one. But the Nemesis Dread Knight has a battery on the front, and then does this have a battery in here or no? Let's see. Forgot how to turn these on. Oh, there we go. And then he has a Gatling gun on his wrist. This my son loves playing with. By the way, I let my son play with any of the, well, let me rephrase that. He doesn't play with any of the JOYTOY figures. I let him play with the large ones. So he'll play with the Imperial Knight, and he'll play with the Nemesis Dread Knight, which he loves. And he's 8 years old, so I'm not too worried because these things are so heavy that he's not really going to be able to pick it up and break it. So yeah, I wish it had more flesh color. Yeah, I agree, Jerry. Like I said, it's a great figure and great sculpt, especially for the early release figures of when these came out, that it was that it's such a good sculpt that they could have done, especially because the early figures, they had such great paint on them. So I was a little bit disappointed with that. But again, yeah, so this is just a quick size comparison because I've been getting some questions about it. By the way, so the other thing that I did was, if you guys remember, this Blood Angel Blood Paladin had a problem with his torso out of the box. And I figured I was gonna have to take out my heat gun and heat the torso up and then stick the metal peg up inside of where it's supposed to go. That sounded terrible. But I was gonna heat up the torso to put the peg in there, but I actually didn't. I actually was able to, the peg, if you ever have a problem like this, the peg is angled and it has like a very tiny portion to it, and it kind of hooks into the upper torso. So all you have to do is push it, and then you'll hear a click, and then it's gonna sit. So this is completely fine now. So I was happy I didn't have to do anything more with that. But yeah, so tonight we're going to do, this cabinet is going to be all of my Grey Knights. The bottom two shelves, so the wooden shelf that you see there, and the second shelf is is where my Nemesis Dread Knights are going to go. And then this is my Nemesis Force Blade, or Force Sword rather. Force Blade or Force Sword. So this is the part of my cosplay that I'm going to be having, and this thing is massive, and it lights up too. And we'll switch over to a front view camera so you guys can get a better view. I'll show you that, and I'll also show you the wrist mounted bolter that I have as part of the cosplay. So, and then I got to figure a way to get the figures over into the room here. So let's get the Imperial Knight down, and we'll put the Nemesis Dread Knights on the floor for now. And we'll put him on the side. By the way, let me know if the music is too loud or if it's okay. All right, and he is situated quite nicely there. And then this is situated nicely. So we'll move the Nemesis Dread Knight over to the side, because these two guys are gonna go in there. And then he'll go over to the side. And then I'll quickly show you guys. So this is part of my cosplay. So this is the Nemesis blade. So this whole thing is, again, it's a recreation of the, wow. All right, let me get it into camera. It's a recreation of the JOYTOY figure, and then it lights up also. It takes, I think this takes like 6 AA batteries. The whole thing is foam, and it lights up. Let me turn off the light really quick so you guys can get a better idea of what it looks like when it's lit up. And I probably have to change the batteries, but this is what the Nemesis, let me turn it off and turn it on. So yeah, so it lights up. It probably needs some better batteries in there, but it has LEDs throughout it, and the whole thing is foam. I'm hoping that there won't be a problem with me bringing this into near Comic-Con when I go there. I don't think so. I think this will be fine. I don't think they'll have a problem with this because it's foam, right? So I don't think that they're gonna have an issue with me bringing this. And then the whole handle comes off, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So this is the Nemesis Force Blade, and again, it's a recreation of that JOYTOY figure, the Interceptor, this is what he comes with. So this is the blade, and then this is the wrist-mounted bolter that he comes with. And I asked them specifically to make it removable. So this is the wrist-mounted bolter. They didn't make the magazine removable, and that's completely fine, because look at the size of this thing. But yeah, so when I have the wrists for the cosplay, this will sit, wow, this is really, just to give you an idea, look at how big the wrists are. My whole forearm, my whole arm can fit through this thing. So it's it's pretty big. So yeah, so this is gonna be the wrist-mounted bolter. And again, when I'm walking around the cosplay, I can either have this on or I can take this off. So this is pretty cool. So yeah, so this is 2 more of the pieces of the cosplay that I got from CG Armors. And like I said, I had a little bit of an issue with the helm today. And I'll show you guys the helm another time. But the helm is actually really cool. It has a built-in Bluetooth in it too. So, all right. So, I am going to start bringing the figures in that we're going to swap into here. So you guys are gonna have to give me a quick second. In the meantime, I'll leave one of the Nemesis Dread Knights up here so that you guys are not looking at nothing during this time. All right, and I'm walking back into my room. I'm gonna start grabbing all of the Grey Knight figures that were in that display before that you guys saw. So, all right, what am I gonna do? We'll grab the Dreadnought first. And then we'll grab Kaldor Dragor. I gotta be careful with these because Dragor has a power pack that is loose. And I think I'm gonna glue this in because there's literally no point. Well, actually it's not his power pack, it's the banner at the top. So we'll throw him, we'll have him in there. And this is the Kaldor Dragor, and then this is what I was talking about before, or just a couple seconds ago, with his power pack that is a bit loose. Or his, not his power pack, his banner. And this is a bit loose. So I'm probably either gonna stick some blue tack in here, or I'm going to glue it on here fully. So we're gonna have him. By the way, this, so the Dreadnought, the Vulnerable Dreadnought here as well. Let me fix this. The Vulnerable Dreadnought, I also have, I bought these off of Etsy. And these are just gun effects to go into his cannon. So these can go right into here. And the nice thing about these are translucent plastic, so you can put some fishing lure, light up lures onto these, and these are pretty cool. So we have those two, we have Kaldor Dragor, and let me go grab some of the rest of the figures. Do you guys like the Grey Knights? Am I the only Grey Knight fan? I hope not. I hope you guys appreciate how awesome the Grey Knights are, dude. The accoutrement, everything that's on this armor, once I saw them, and I played Cascade Demon Hunters that came out a couple years ago, and then they immediately came out with the figures by JOYTOY, I was just completely blown away with how amazing these figures were. So we got those two, we got Valdor, we got him, and then what I think that we're going to do, bottom level will be the two Nemesis Dread Knights, and then we'll put all of the rest of the figures. So what I want to do here is just quickly get everything into one spot so you guys can see what's going to go in there, and then we'll swap it over. I'm a huge Grey Knights fanboy. I told you last time. Oh, very cool. I forgot, Chris. Oh, that's right. No, you told me that. That's right. You told me that you were also you play Tau, the Grey Knights. Did you say you play Death Watch also? I forgot. But this is one of my favorite Terminators. And I know that OP, who's in the chat right now, just picked up this. I think you got the one with the glaive. But the one that I'm talking about here has the two crossed swords behind the book on his back. And I'll show you here in a second which one I'm talking about, as I sound like a crazy person. So we'll put, this is the one that, we'll put him over here. And we'll put Valdor here. And that's there. And I think we'll put the Vulnerable Dreadnought. Oh, see what I mean? That thing always falls off. All right, so we have Vulnerable Dreadnought there. We got this dude here. We got this. By the way, these Terminators, even though they're not as big, this is one of the best. This figure right here, OP, this is Smoke. This is one of the best Terminators. I love this guy. He also comes with that demon head. And is this the one that comes with it? No, the other one comes with the servo skull. But this is a great figure. If you guys can pick this one up, again, it has the cross. I forgot what his name was, but this is such an awesome Terminator. Any of the Terminators, to be honest with you, are some of the best JOYTOY figures. As far as models, they might not be in scale with the newer figures that have come out, but these are some of the best Terminator figures that they've come out with. So especially from a design standpoint and how much stuff they put on it. The only problem with the Drago is I think I'm gonna have to get another Drago. Drago's kind of loose. I think that's the same thing, although across the board with all of the Drago figures that came out. I think they're all kind of a bit loose. I would love to see a reissue of him, kind of like what they did with Castell and Garen Crow, because I feel like when they did the reissue on Crow, and I'm grabbing him right now, I feel like they kind of fixed the issues with some of the looseness, especially on his power pack. His power pack was so loose on this Crow figure, and I'll get him into the camera here in a second so you guys can see. But it's actually, I don't mind having two of these. I thought I was going to sell one, but I actually wound up keeping one because I can keep one in his Purifier helm, right? And that's this one. That light is killing me. But I can keep one in the Purifier helm. Let's see if I can turn this on. This will help. Oh yeah, that helps actually. One in the Purifier helm, and then one without his helm. And I know I always talk about that I don't like having my figures, especially any of my Grey Knights without their helm, but I don't mind because I have two of Castell and Garen Crow. So he's got his, and he actually has a pretty cool, good head sculpt as well. I'll turn this light as well. So yeah, so this is the Castell and Garen Crow, and this was the reissue of him, and his power pack was super, super loose on the original release. This is a much tighter feeling, at least for his power pack. And there's his power pack, as well as his, I think it had to do also with him having the cloak on the back there. His book is still loose on both of the figures, and then we get the demon effect. This is an awesome effect for the sword, but it's heavy as hell, so Crow really can't hold it straight up. The only way that you're going to really get it to be situated is going to be like how I have it sitting right now. So it's got to be straight down on the ground. All right, so we also have two figures to open up tonight too. They're not new. They're I got 5 of the versions that my my cosplay is based on, so I grabbed 5 of those figures. And then right now I'm holding 2 of the figures that I'm pissed off at, that I still haven't gotten replacement helms for, because Crow is okay to have and then here we get the Pergator Squad, right? I only got 2 of those. I'll probably pick up a couple more. But these guys, I need, like, I'm very tempted putting Crow's extra helm on one of these guys and just making him part of the Purifiers, right? Because the head, I don't like not having the helm, especially because the Grey Knight's helms, even the power armor, especially the Terminator is probably the best looking Terminator helm in all of JOYTOY. But the power armor helms are amazing. They look awesome. So I have 2 of these, unfortunately, guys. Without they did not come with helms for their power armor. So that's a bit of a pain in the ass. We got our Purgation Squad over on the side. We're gonna start filling up our interceptors, which, by the way, are amazing. If you ever played Cascade Demon Hunters, that's where I fell in love with the interceptor, because when you play that game, at least from my experience and how I played it, you just want to build up your crit and your interceptor so that he has high enough crit that he's getting guaranteed extra action points every time that he hits, and he's critting, and he has an ability where he's hitting multiple targets at the same time. So he's pretty damn awesome. The interceptors are great. And again, this is what is, let me grab this. I actually have to fix this. One of the spokes on his power pack came off, but this is this is the figure that the cosplay is based on. And you can see the power pack that is up in the corner that I showed off last night. And they did an awesome job of recreating it. Especially the whole armor is great. Granted, I did try to pick something that was kind of, I wouldn't say plain, but an easier thing to do. But if you've seen any of CG Armor's cosplays that they've built out for people, there was one that a gentleman picked up for Rabute Gilliman, and it was freaking amazing, dude. Granted, it was like, I think he paid like $5,000 to $6,000. Mine in comparison was about $3 grand. But I mean, I wanted to just get something that was true to form and wasn't just crazy. Because I could have gone with like Crow or something like that, but I don't know. I would have just, I paid enough for the cosplay that I think that, you know, that my wife wasn't going to kick me out of the house. So I kept it good enough. So, all right, so we got 3 more of my interceptors. We got the 2 with the incinerators. Man, I really want WOG Toys to come out with some purifier helms so I can swap these over and just make a purifier squad with incinerators. I guess I should put these over here. We're going to be like overburdened on this side with interceptors. Shit, man, I got so many of it. I don't mind though. And then this is the interceptor with the incinerator. This is such a great figure as well, dude. Awesome, awesome figure. Great, great. I could have picked any of them. I was gonna pick this one, and I was like, you know what? I'll just have them make me a cosplay of the weapon. But then I was like, yeah, probably not gonna get into Comic-Con with this massive gun looking thing. So I was like, yeah, let me go with the sword. And the thing is, if I don't get in there with the sword, it's not the end of the world because I have the wrist-mounted bolter. So that's fine. Like, they're not, I don't think that they're gonna not let me into Comic-Con with it. So I think that'll be pretty cool. Let me look at the chat really quick. Crow is an awesome figure. Glad I got the reissue. Yes, Trevor, I agree 100%. Crow is my favorite JOYTOY of all time. He's awesome, dude. J-Rain, did you get the reissue of the figure that came out? Or are you just talking about the original release? Hunan, would you do a close-up review of the Grey Knight model? Absolutely, dude. Actually, if you want to take a look at my YouTube channel on some of my live streams or some of my reviews, I actually go really in depth into some of this. This is just kind of like to show you guys off, but I've done like really in-depth reviews on all my JOYTOY Grey Knight figures. Or if there's a particular figure that you're interested in knowing about, Hugh, I can show you now, or I can point you to the review of the figure. I also have a video up of my 6,000 point Grey Knight miniature army, fully painted. They'll look exactly like I mean, it's supposed to look exactly like how the miniatures are supposed to look. So, all right, we got 2 more figures, and then we're gonna open these up, and then we will put the figures out. All right, so let us see. And by the way, is anybody going to New York Comic Con? Am I gonna see anybody there this year? That'd be cool. I really don't think that anybody's gonna know what the hell I am when I'm walking around. And then this was the demon head that came with that Terminator that I was telling you about before, Smoke. And then we have 2 of the interceptors. And again, these are the ones that are based on my cosplay is based on them. So we have 2 more of these. So I have a total of 5 of this model. And I'm probably gonna pick up some more if I can. I think these ones are sold out though, probably because I bought so many of them. But this is probably one of the more popular figures of this particular model, just because it has the Nemesis force weapon, force blade, and then it has a bolter, and then it has the helm, and then I think you can probably still get the ones without the helm pretty easily. But across the board, dude, these are just amazing, amazing figures. So, Cyber, if it's a foam gun, you'll probably get it in. It's a realistic weapon. They have a problem with it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to take the chance. I feel like the sword and the wrist-mounted bolter is probably going to be an easier thing. I agree with you, though. I have the OG Crow. You need to take a look at the reissue. If you want, take a look on, I did a live review of the reissue of Crow compared to the new one, J-Rain. Really, like I said, there's a couple different color differences with like the sword They fixed some of the looseness on the figure. The only thing they definitely didn't fix was the box. I mean, the book on his side. They definitely didn't fix that. But they fixed a lot of the power pack looseness issue on it. So that was pretty cool. That head would go harder if they gave us some more demons. Tell me about it, dude. That's actually one of the reasons why I got this dude to go with my Grey Knights. And this is the Diablo figure by Hero Toys. And just to give you an idea, so he is, granted, it's probably not the best looking display, obviously, right now, but this gives you a size comparison between him and the Grey Knights. And until we get more demons, or we get actual demons from JOYTOY, this is the best option that I came with. By the way, this thing hurts, and it's probably the most dangerous figure that I have. His spikes are really spiky on this figure. I know that other toy collectors have talked about other figures being spiky, but literally, like, these spikes on this thing can literally hurt you. Like, if I threw this at you to catch, you would have to probably go to the hospital. You would have a hole in your hand if you actually caught him. He's literally covered in spikes, and these are not, they're rubber, but they're so, dude, I just almost shoved the thing through my finger. But this is a very, this is the sharp ass figure. But yeah, I agree, Trevor. We need to have more demons, especially for my Grey Knights to fight. But this is a good figure. Again, it's the Hero Toys Diablo figure. I think I got him for $100 originally. I think he's going for, I don't know, 200, 150 bucks on eBay right now. So, all right, so let's get to the main event, why I'm doing this live stream tonight, which is to set up the display in the middle here. So how am I going to do this? So here we have everything that's going to go. I'm going to move the Dread Knights over to the side because I'm not going to attempt to move this entire table with these guys on it, because I want to get the camera over closer so you guys can see what's actually going on. Now I'm gonna attempt to just shuffle the table over a little bit. Actually, before I do that, you know what we'll do? To do a quick unboxing of the other interceptors that I have still, that I have to open. So we'll do a quick unboxing of those, and we'll move Drago over to here. By the way, isn't it so weird? I read through that the new codex. I have the special edition and the regular edition of it. He's so loose, man. I need to get another Drago, I think. Oh my god, dude. He can, like, his leg joints are like super loose on this figure. Oh my god, I would hope that they do like a reissue or something. Alright, so we're gonna move these over to the side, and we'll see if I have enough room just to do a quick unboxing on those two figures. Oh my god, shit's falling. Probably not the best idea to do this, but we're still gonna try it. By the way, if you guys like this content, see, I'm remembering now this time. If you guys like this content, please like and subscribe. Yeah, so let me see. I think the problem with Drago, I'm not even gonna put him here. We're gonna put Drago over to the side, and we're gonna have to put a stand on him also. Valdor's fine, and then Drago just fell over. Oh my god. So we have, again, this is what my cosplay is based on. So, and then opening these, if you've opened any of the JOYTOY figures, I've said this a million times on my live streams, these are such a joy to open, JOYTOY, compared to like any of the American figures. Like, these come in an awesome clamshell, and it's so easy to get these parts out. Boom, boom, boom. You just pop it off, and everything is situated in there. It's awesome. So I just want to check and make sure that we get all my parts. I'm not missing anything. Nice tight joints on this figure. And this will be number 4. We'll throw his power pack on. While I'm doing that, we'll take a look at the chat. Hit that button for our boy Wraith. Yes, guys, if you if you guys like this content, please like and subscribe. This is such a weird, this is my, I think this is like my 4th time doing the live review from my phone. And yeah, it's a very interesting way to do live streams. I like to do it. I have this really expensive camera and I'm not using it right now. It's killing me, but it's fine. I like doing these also. These are more behind the scenes type of thing. So he is going to, so he has his wrist mounted bolter. We're going to throw a normal fist on here. By the way, tomorrow night, I think, I don't know. I gotta see, I wanna do, I've been dying to open up this Cadian backpack that I got from Starforge. And I want to do a review on that because I'm going to try to bring that to Comic-Con. And it's an awesome, awesome bag, dude. It's an awesome bag. And I want to do a review on it, but I'm thinking I'll probably do maybe a live unboxing on it. See if you guys, would you guys be interested in seeing something like that? I'm going to do a full review on it, but I think that would be cool to do an unboxing in a format like this, where it's not, it's actually, it will probably be easier to do the review in this format than in my normal display format that you guys saw before, because it's going to be a bag. So maybe seeing it like comparison size to me will probably be something better. So here we go. We switched out his fist. So he's got a fist on his bolter hand, and then he has a normal gripping hand for his Nemesis Force Blade. And there we go. So we got one down and we got one more to go. And this just came off. Why did this come off? Oh, because his thumb wasn't in there. That's why. Now we got it. There we go. All right. By the way, so outside of me and Smoke, do you guys, I think I'm probably one of the few collectors who collect, I don't know of many others who collect a lot of Grey Knight JOYTOY figures. I know that there's a lot of miniature players of the Grey Knights. On Sunday night, actually, after Toy Hammer After Dark, when we review the figures that were announced this week by JOYTOY, we're going to jump over and we'll do a live stream with Noob Hammer, who's I would say he's a professional miniature player or tabletop game player. So he's going to play Tabletop Simulator with me, and he's going to show me how to play the game because I've never played the tabletop. I just got into Warhammer a couple years ago, so let's look at the chat really quick. Yo, I think he might like the Grey Knights. You think so? You think Breadnut? You think I like the Grey Knights? I never got into Warhammer, but that collection looks cool, like the big ones. Yeah, dude. If you like I said, right now, Josh, if you're looking to get into Warhammer, right now is the perfect time, because I would say probably, depending on if it's good, but when Henry Cavill's series and Amazon series comes out, if you've seen the Secret Level episode right after Space Marine 2 in the video game, obviously, I just feel like, man, dude, there is so much stuff that can blow up with Warhammer, and right now is a really, really good time to start getting into either the miniatures, the tabletop, or do what I do. If you like the video games and the collectible figures, then this is a perfect time. And then here we go with the power pack. You know what's weird with these? This one has more. Does this have more blue? Yeah, this is weird. Some of these have more blue wires on the power pack than some of the other ones. I wonder if that's a reissue type of thing. So again, we're gonna throw the power pack on. Oh, please don't break. Good. And these figures, granted, they're like 40 bucks for a 1/18 scale figure, but like they're so much more defined and well put together and articulated than, say, for instance, like if you're a Joe collector from a Classified or anything like that. You're gonna get one of these figures in hand and you're gonna immediately be like, wow, okay, these are It's almost like a miniature version of a hot toy. That's the easiest way to talk or to explain what these JOYTOY Warhammer 40K figures are like. They literally are. Anybody who collects them, I would say that would probably be a pretty good assumption. Right, so we'll swap out his hands. All right. And we'll put the gripping hand on here for his Nemesis Force Sword. And we're going to throw this in here. And the other thing too with these are kind of the version, I would say version 2, version 3 bucks that came out. These hands are so much easier to like open up and put stuff in when comparison to the original figures that came out. I have Caldor, a few other GK. I decided to get a few of each Loyalist faction. I could see myself switching to all in on a faction or two. This is a dangerous game. Yes, I agree, Cyber. You need to go with all the Grey Knights though. Small hot toys is an accurate description for falling upwards for sure. I love each and every one I have. It's a problem. You know what, dude, to be honest with you, the easiest way to get around having a problem with this is just pick a couple of chapters or what you like and then just collect that. Because the amount of stuff that has come out in the past, in the past year, like dwarfs any other toy or any other collectible collection. Like the amount, like this is just, it's insane how much stuff comes out, right? And what's crazy is, like, for instance, we got those announcements on those new, by the way, what do you guys like? Do you like those new, the new Sons of Horus figures? Man, that dude with the Cataphracta armor, oh my God, dude, he looks awesome. And I love the Justarian Terminator figures. He fits perfectly in as the, I think he's the, no, he's a Praetor. So he's one of the leaders of the Justarian Terminator. So he's gonna be perfect in there. So there we go, we got the two figures open. So these two interceptors are opened and we're going to put my figures in the display. We're gonna try to move this and then move the camera so you guys get a better vantage point for what's going on here. Oh my God, this is gonna be dangerous. Let's see if I can do this without crashing everything. Well, first thing is we're gonna take the vulnerable dreadnought off of here. And then we're gonna try to move this table. Okay, at least he fell. All right, so that's okay. There's only one. Yay! All right, only one figure fell. Oh man, and one of the power spines broke off. I have to glue this on one of the other ones too, so it's not a big deal. All right, so we're gonna move the camera over, and then this is where all of the Grey Knights are gonna be situated. And we'll do this pretty quick because I have an idea already of how I want this to work. So on the very bottom here, we're going to do, let's see, on the bottom, we're going to do the Nemesis Dread Knights, or one of the Nemesis Dread Knights, actually. Let's see. Lone just got my, ooh, you got some of the Thousand Sun figures, cool. All right, so let's move this over so you guys can see. And this, yes, we're gonna have to move this down a little. Jeez. This is the one thing that's weird about using a phone for this, is you're not sure. There we go. All right, so first, I've already put the Nemesis Dread Knights in here, so I know that these fit. So, and what's cool about this whole glass display, somebody actually was throwing out a couple of years ago. I think it was my mother-in-law found it on the, grabbed it on the side of the road, or somebody was throwing it out on the side of the road, but like by their garbage, and they grabbed it. It's actually awesome. It has a halogen light at the top, so it's an older type of display, but Dude, this is great. Look at this. These guys fit just perfectly in there. So we got 2 of my Nemesis Dread Knights in there, right? And then I think what we'll do on the level above it, we're gonna put the Vulnerable Dreadnought. And then these I've actually purchased on Etsy. These are smokestack smoke that is coming out the stacks as I repeat myself. And then this is a launcher that I also picked up from Etsy as well. So this is pretty cool. And then I picked up the blast effects for this for the cannon. So, and then this is going to go, and I know these are not played. I know this is not played very much in tabletop at all, but we're going to put him there. So we got those 2 going. Check out chat. Oh, that's a good view. I was just collecting Ultramarines, BA, GK, and BT, and now SW. Now I just collect the Primarchs and 2 notable characters for each. I just don't have corn. I actually, you know what, J Rain, I do the same thing. I have obviously all of the, I collect all of the Blood Angels. I collect all of the Grey Knights. The other Loyalist chapter that I picked was the Raven Guard. They only have a couple figures that came out of the Raven Guard, so at least I'm good from that perspective. But yeah, and then for the